Fans, thanks for clicking today's Doretta D. Rose report. Well, was the Wyatt family worth its weight? Well, we'll see. Instead of the beatdown, I want to see some wrestling go on. And even before last night's Raw hit the air, the Wyatt family was trending worldwide on Twitter, in case somebody out there may care. And WWE officials, they were happy with the way Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper debuted last night on Raw, even though they were debuted in a segment that's normally, not too good of ratings during that time. So I think they were trying to, of course, pull it up. We'll find out maybe tomorrow on the breakdown. No word yet on WWE's responses to the crowd's reaction, but it's worth noting that they did not edit out the Husky Harris chants when they reposted it on YouTube and WWE.com. They just left the Husky Harris in there. Wonder why they didn't call him Fat Boy Harris when he came out that way. Been a better name, I think. There was a legitimate, legitimate and intimate speculation that the Wyatts were gearing up for a SummerSlam match. Against who? Kane and Undertaker. After, they took out Kane last night, but F4W Online reports that Undertaker may not be ready for SummerSlam as he's hurt again. And apparently Taker injured himself in the most recent WWE TV angle with the Shield a few months ago. And I hate to hear that too. And for what it's worth, WWE goal with the Wyatt family is said to be turning them babyface, but that likely won't happen for a while, and that'd be the best way they could get them to take on the Shield. Alright, there's also talk of at least one more developmental guy coming up from Florida, debuting soon beside the Wyatt family, and that debut should be happening real soon. So somebody's ready. Now we get the creative ready. Alright, WWE Game Twitter account has confirmed that Ziggler, Ryback, Cena, Rock, Michaels, and Austin Savage as playable characters in the upcoming 2014 video game. Noted over the weekend that the Ultimate Warrior would be a playable character in the game, but on Monday, other sites reported that's not the case. But however, on Monday, yesterday, the WWE Game Twitter account posted a teaser, all confirming that the Warrior will be in the game. They had a picture of his arm, and they had a picture of him. I would assume he's in it. Ring of Honor star Red Titus, he appeared backstage segment of Vicky Guerrero, Vince McMahon, and Brad Maddox on last night's Raw. He was in the back with a little, looked like a cup of coffee, talking to some other guy. He should be coming up real soon. I don't even know for sure if he's even signed yet, but Ring of Honor. It's noted last night that Raw that the WWE app set a new record for the most votes in a poll for Vicky Guerrero's job evaluation. They noted that there was nearly 300,000 votes for Vicky. Need to get out. And there's a WWE app segment last night where Tony Dawson talked to Justin Gabriel. I don't know if you get the apps or not. Even watch it then. But anyway, they were talking about Ryback and Chris Jericho in a Money in the Bank match. Gabriel was talking about his recent match with Ryback when Ryback attacked him from behind. Ryback said he's not a whiner, he's not a complainer, and Cryback isn't his name before he walked off. So there. Tonight's SmackDown and main event's going to be taking place from the Hampton Coliseum, Hampton, Virginia. No matches have been announced for the show yet, but the Shield taking on Orton, Sheamus, and Jericho was advertised locally. And I thought flashback was happening to me again. Old Dad has them every once in a while. But they announced Christian coming out, and all at once across the bottom of the Titantron, or whatever they call it now, Michael McGillicuddy. Odd. And that's true. It flashed on there for maybe a second or two. It was gone. Former WWE star Sheldon Benjamin turns 37 years old today. Mark Merrill turns 52. Kevin Nash, 53. PN News turns 46. Bob Backlund, he was greeting fans and posting photos at last night's Raw in Baltimore. He also, I guess he's going to be doing that at the live weekend events in the United States. Noted Backlund has been charging $30 for photos. And if you want him to get in bed with you and lay his chest on your... No. Wait a minute, that was Sonny. All right. Booker T, I told you a little flashback happens every once in a while. Booker T is going to be hosting Break Yourself Dance Contest July 19th, Break Free Community Center, Houston, Texas. And as noted before, the dark main event after last night's Raw in Baltimore saw John Cena defeat Ryback. After the match, Cena celebrated with the Baltimore Ravens' Ray Rice, who was shown on Raw earlier that night. And before the dark main event, CM Punk leaving the ringside area when Cena made his entrance, Punk dropped to the stage in front of the big screen and played like he was dead. Cena came out, Punk got up, they laughed together before Punk went to the back. Isn't that just wonderful when two people that hate each other get along? Power lifter Adam Big Country Shearer, who is listed at 6'7", starts with WWE Developmental this week. Ooh. See what Big Country looks like. Wrestling legend Bobby Eaton, he's expected to have a pacemaker installed to help his cardiac issues within the next week. And speaking of WWE Developmental, the new Performance Center will hold its grand opening this Wednesday. Should hear a lot about that. And former WWE TNA wrestler Low-Key is not retiring from the ring competition. He's just scheduled to wrestle for Right Coast Pro Wrestling Saturday, July 13th, Delaware. So, short retirement, if he did retire. And this is just awful. Awful, awful, awful. TMZ reports that former WWE star Stacy Keibler is split from actor George Clooney. The couples were together for 2 years. Oh man! Anyway, the pair reportedly drifted apart due to their busy schedules, with the split being official over the July 4th weekend. I have to send her another video, I guess. Anyway. It was recently noted that the former WWE Developmental talents Chase Donovan and Chad Baxter appeared on a 2.5wrestlers.com podcast and made sexual harassment claims against NXT trainer Bill DeBont. WWE issued the following statement in response to those claims. Now, if I remember, Chad Baxter and Chase Donovan, it sounds like two guys. Anyway, WWE says in response there have been no sexual harassment complaint or filed against any employee in WWE's training facility down in Orlando. Instead, there have been baseless allegations made by disgruntled talent recently released by WWE, and regardless, WWE takes issues seriously and investigates this matter, concluding that there was no wrongdoing. Nothing but right doing, I guess. And as seen on last night's Raw from Baltimore, the Bella Twins, they were commentary for the Diva match. Well, anyway, Nikki Bella came out during the commercial break and was using crutches. And recently, we've seen photos of him or her and John Cena. She was in a wheelchair. Never heard of anything that happened though. So anyway, after being attacked by the WYATT family on last night's Raw, KANE was taken out to the back on a stretcher. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.